Hello everybody, my name is Sirhcus and welcome back to another episode of the Sirhcus, my single player Let's Play series. Isn't that beautiful? We have it back. We are now, we were in the official release of 1.12, but now we have Optifine, we have shaders, we have beauty again in the world. Let's take a sleep though, before we have monsters in our world. There might be some already spawning up, but that's fine. There we go. So, yes, very nice. I'm so glad to have Optifine back, if only for this beautiful sky. It just makes the whole world brighten up. It makes the sunsets a lot nicer. It adds so much more beauty. Like the world just seems so dreary, I guess, without that, honestly. It's just so dreary and boring. And we are running shaders today. I'm gonna run them for this episode. I don't know if we'll keep them running. The shaders I'm using right now are the Sildur's enhanced default shaders, which are amazing. These are my new favorite shaders. They're pretty new. They're only on version 1.0 at the moment, and they're my favorite because they're not too strong. Like they're basically all it adds is shadows. The water's different. There's a little bit of lighting effects. If we go like underground, there's probably monsters down there. Like it really doesn't add much. If you look at this right here, this looks fairly default. It looks like we're not really using shaders. It just adds a little extra to it. It does hurt my frame rate a little bit. We're not quite getting the 60 frames. We're getting more like 50, but it's not too bad. But yeah, I just love the water. The water looks really nice. It looks pretty, and I love having the shade or the shadows. Again, it adds a bit of realism and a bit of beauty to the world. Everything's not just flat and boring and plain. But anyways, Today what I want to work on is we need to get some paths and, more importantly, bridges through here, because now that we've got this river here, I don't really have a way to get across besides jumping, which, like right there, it's not too bad. It's pretty short. I can almost make that jump. It's still kind of annoying though to try and get across there. So we need to make a bridge, and I guess we can grab some blocks for that. We'll grab some spruce wood and some dark oak to start off with. We want it to be a very woody bridge, since this is the logging town. So how do we want to do this? We need to have a bridge connecting from here to there, and I think we can put it just at a 45. I think we could. I think we could work that out. So if we went like across right here, just gonna kind of mark it out a little bit to see what we want. So if we did something like that, we might need to go at a steeper angle there. That I don't think is gonna work. So that means we're gonna go like there, maybe something like this should work. That'll give us our nice angle to go across. Yeah, I think that'll work. Stupid hole. All right. So we'll do something like that, and I think we might want to just have I want this to be open in the middle, but I think we could maybe do some sort of arch almost with vertical logs. Now the only problem here is that this probably isn't going to look that great in vanilla. I mean, it might not look that great here in this texture pack either, but in vanilla, the logs don't have any sort of contour to them. They're just flat texture, so I don't know if we'd be able to have every block be a log, but maybe we can do something like this. So let's see, we have that there. So maybe start it here or so. Or I guess it's gonna have to go farther, because the other side of the bridge will be over here somewhere. Maybe we'll mark that out real quick. It'll be like right here, going across, and that should work. Be kind of skinny, but that's fine. That is entirely fine. And while we work on this, I got a good comment on the last episode that I wanted to address. Blues commented, do some mining. You really need a full set, diamond set, and maybe do another project. Hope you can do a redstone project in the world. And so I wanted to talk about this because I don't know if any of you are new to the series. If anyone's hopping in after a while, kind of halfway through, you may not know that I have not done any mining in this world. I think actually I mentioned it not too long ago, but still, might be something that people don't know. Yeah, I haven't done any mining in this world, and that is just the challenge that I wanted to do in this world. I think it's always fun to kind of do some sort of challenge to make the experience a little bit more interesting and also kind of last longer. Because when I hop in the world, I mean, I can get geared up very quickly and get, top stuff with no problem. I can get full diamond enchanted armor within like a few hours if I really wanted to. Fight the dragon on the first day. Like it's really not that difficult. And so I like to introduce some challenges. In my last single player world, we did underground, where we were not allowed to go to the surface, and that was really fun. That challenge didn't really have the longevity to it, which is why we are no longer in that world. It got really annoying having limited block choices and having to dig everything out. But when I started this world, yeah, I decided to kind of do the opposite, that instead of being stuck underground, we cannot go underground. And honestly, I'm loving it. I love the fact that we have that as a, let's see, not sure if I like this. We have that as a challenge, as a rule, as something kind of holding us back. Is this gonna work? This might work. And the reason I like this challenge is because, again, it just slows the whole process down. I don't get super OP very quickly. It also just forces me to come up with other ways to get certain resources, like iron. Our main source right now is the zombie spawner, getting iron drops from them, as well as diamonds we had to go exploring for, or we have to do a bunch of trading in order to get diamonds. Let's see, how did I do this on the other side? And so I'm not going to start mining yet. Eventually, I think we will do some mining. All right, what does this look like? It looks like that's a W, starts there. Yeah, eventually we will do some mining. My original plan was to start mining when we go fight the dragon, but I think we're actually going to hold off past that. And we actually, this is one reason why I wanted to talk about it, to get some hype going maybe. I plan to fight the dragon after episode 50, like soon after. In the next, like, episode 51 or so. Episode 50 will be the world tour, and I think after that we're gonna go fight the dragon. It's way past time. I need my elytra and start playing around with some shulker boxes. So that is kind of the plan at the moment, is to go there after the world tour, after episode 50, and we're gonna have to go underground to find the stronghold. Which is why I was thinking we might as well start mining at the same time. But then I thought that in the end cities, there is some pretty good loot. And like I said, one of the nice things is about this challenge is finding other ways to get certain resources. And so I kind of want to go explore the end before I get all kitted out by mining, because we should be able to find some really decent gear by just exploring the end cities. I think that would be a nice way to do it. So that is kind of the plan at the moment. I don't know when we'll start mining. Right now, my main thought is we're gonna start mining when it becomes too grindy not to. is kind of my idea. When we need lots of redstone or lots of lapis, and it's just too much of a pain to get it another way, or if even like andesite or even stone, really, if it's too much of a pain to get some sort of resource that we can get plentiful underground, that's when we'll start mining. Because then, like, I don't want this series to be a grind. That was the problem with underground, was that at a certain point it just became too much of a grind to keep the challenge going. And I don't want that to happen with this series. I want this series to keep going and keep being fun. I mean, that's the main point, is I want this series to be fun. Otherwise, what's the point of doing it? And so, yeah, that is my plan. As far as redstone projects and more technical projects, we will be getting into that stuff soon. Again, we've just been taking things slow in this world. And I've been focusing a lot more on building and making things look good. Like we've done the AFK fishing farm, and that was a lot of fun. But I wanted to focus on making that thing look good, and so I made a nice ship out of it. And so that's sort of my focus in here. And I think our next project, I have a pretty good idea for making let's see, I did this differently on this side than that side, didn't I? I have a pretty good idea for an iron farm. I think that's going to be our next project, and I'm pretty excited for that. Also, when we start on the big city, no, maybe I did do that right. When we start on the big city, which is going to be probably right after the iron farm, I want to get into some more farms, get some more automation going, like a super smelter and like sugarcane farms and all that sort of stuff. Make our world a little bit more automated, and that'll be interesting to do. I'm gonna try and do it without mining, getting redstone from like the villager trading and such. That might, we might kind of have to start going underground soon after that, because it might not work to get the amount of resources that we need for that through our current means. But anyways, I think this is kind of our bridge. I like it. It needs something here. Maybe fences? I wonder if fences would work. Let's see. This is the top of the block. This is not. Whoops. I didn't mean to take that out. This is not. Those are on the top of the block, so that's not the bottom of the block. So the fences might not work. Let's go grab some and see what it would look like. Do we want... I think we want dark oak fences. Maybe I'll have some made. Yes, I got 10 of them. But I like the way that looks. A nice arch. Very simple. Lots of logs in there. Let's stick this in here. So if we did something like that, yeah, that looks kind of odd. That looks a little strange. I don't think that makes it any better. We just need something kind of connecting. We need something in the middle there. There we go. I think that will work just fine. It sort of blends into the house behind it. I'm not super thrilled with that, but it'll work. It's fine. It's fine, everybody. But yeah, I like it. I like it. It's good. I also put a bridge over here. A little bit smaller. Same sort of principle, though. So next we are going to be working on the paths. Get some paths in here. So let's dig out some of this, and I'll show you kind of what I have planned here. Also, while we're doing this, I got some more newsy news for the channel. I just joined a new multiplayer server. I'm now on the decidedly vanilla SMP server, and it is very fun. Episode 1 just went up the other day, so you can go and check that out already. I'm super excited to be on there. It's good to be starting out fresh in another multiplayer world, and I have some ideas for what we're going to be doing in there. Some ideas. I don't have a ton. If you have any ideas for things to do in a multiplayer server, I would love to hear it. It's always nice to have more ideas. I'd rather have more ideas than I need than not enough. And yeah, I'm pretty motivated, and I'm pretty excited to get to work on there. Play around with all the cool people. It consists of a lot of people from the Division server that I did an episode on and then kind of stopped. I don't think I'm gonna really be going back on there that much. After I joined, people got really busy and no one was really on, and so I sort of lost motivation pretty quickly to play on there. It wasn't quite what I was looking for. Whereas it's a new server, new world. They just, relaunched the world. And so there's some hype, there's some excitement, and I think people will be a little bit more involved, a little bit more active, at least for a while, which is pretty nice. So I'm excited for that. Was I saying something? I don't think so. I think I was just saying that, yeah, it consists of a lot of people from the Division server, which is how I came to know of the server and got invited. So these are the blocks we're going to use for our path. It's going to be a very brown, kind of muddy path. And I do have a water bucket. Very good. We're going to use a mixture of... We have some brown concrete. And we're going to use that as well as... we're going to use the powder as well as the actual concrete blocks. So I think first off, should we... or maybe I won't do that, since we do have like 4 different blocks to stick in here. Let's just... It's going to be mostly the coarse dirt, I believe. So we'll use mostly that. Maybe I should just put it all coarse dirt. That might be easier. All right, let's just do that. Sometimes I think it's easier just to put down like a base layer, whatever you want the most, and then put in the rest. Do you guys see screen tearing on the video? I'll have to check that later. I'm seeing a lot of screen tearing when I do that. I'm not sure what's going on there, if it's something with my screen or if it's just if it's something with the actual video. I don't know if shaders are causing issues or what. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to check that out. Anyways, that's enough of the path for now. So then, like I said, we will mix in some brown concrete. I wish I could, maybe if I put this in my offhand, that'd be better. I kind of wish I had a less powerful shovel for this, because otherwise I'm going to do stuff like that I don't really want to do. Let's put brown concrete there, and we can put some... We want more brown concrete powder, because some of it, dang it, some of it is going to be turned into concrete. And let me take a little nappy nap here. There are monsters in that house. There we go. All right, puts down some more brown concrete, and we'll just do a little section here. I'll just do that. No, stop. Oh, jerk. All right, let's get rid of that. This dang, whoops. Yeah, this is a mess. I don't like it. Sometimes I hate the fact though that you can path block the soil when it comes to things like that. I kind of want that concrete powder. Let's put dirt down there and do that. All right, that should be good for now. And then we're also going to put in some wood here just to add some nice texture. I think I'm just gonna go through here and break it slowly. It takes longer, but it's a little bit more precise and less of a headache. So we'll just mix in some of that. And the mixture of using the spruce wood in here also gives us the option to use that as slabs when we go up a layer, which is nice. So we'll do that, and then let's grab a water bucket, and I'm gonna turn some of these powders into concrete by doing that. Just real quick, we'll leave those, turn those, and that one. Let's do that one maybe. And there. And there. Maybe that one. Might need some more concrete powder over here. Let's do that one and that one. Yeah. So there we go. That is going to be our path. Yeah, it's a little bit too sparse over here. I like this section a little bit better. It's got a bit more stuff going on. But that is the idea. We're going to have that sort of mixture there, and I like it. And it did some more work, and we have some more paths in, and I like them. I think they'll work pretty well. There's a lot of brown around here, but I think that's all right. I think that'll work. I was thinking about doing something with more of a gray path, some gravel, maybe a little bit of brown mixed in, but I think the brown works a lot better here. And let's just do a little game mode 3 action and take a look. So I did a little circle here. Obviously, there's still a lot of paths yet to do, but actually there really isn't even that many paths. This place isn't as big as I thought it was. Huh. Yeah, we have like a little path off that way. I might have a path go around this house. It's kind of hard to point without a pointer. But in the middle of the screen, maybe we'll go into game mode 1. And there we go. All right. So I think I'll have a path go around here to there. We still need to build that house. That shouldn't take too long. So basically a little path there, path going up this hill. We got to build the church over there, and then path kind of going into here. Just need to extend that a bit, and I still need to do a lot of work here on the tree farm, but I think that'll work. I like the way that looks. You know, it's brown, but it definitely is like the dirt is a different color brown than most everything else, so that still works pretty nicely. And I like it. I like it a lot. So anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed another episode of The Sirhcus. If you would like to support the channel, you can head on over to patreon.com/thesirhc and support me over there. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Goodbye, peoples.